Hey, welcome back to North Coast Garage. On this episode, we're going to be changing the brake pads and rotors on all four corners on this 2020 Ford F-150. Yeah, it's like really cold today too. I was hoping it was gonna be a bit warmer, but it's like -1 Celsius, -2 Celsius, but the wind makes it feel a lot warmer, a lot colder. So I guess first things first, we got to jack it up, get the tires off the front. We're gonna do the front first. So when the piece of crap impact doesn't work, get out the breaker bar. Oh man. How? Wow. I got the wheel off. Took a lot of kicking, and I used a pry bar, and then I sprayed all the hubs on the other wheels with some penetrant. So we're going after this 13mm here on the caliper, this 13mm here, just double wrench it. Pull the caliper back off. Hang it up here on the control arm. Pad off. These should be really fun to get off. When that fails, you get to ratchet with the oh my f***. How f***ing tight is this? Wow, that was tight. A lot tighter than it should have been. That's ridiculous. Hopefully it'll work same. Looks like they'll go on. How is this rusted on there if it's only a 2020? I had a 2017 Chevy. That wasn't even this hard to get apart. Wow. Got the rotor off finally. It took a lot of beating with the hammer, but it's off. This rotor doesn't even have any oil on it. I'll still spray it and wipe it, but let's clean up here. Of course, the battery's dead in that. Good enough. Brake clean. There we go. I want to clean up these metal brackets where the pads slide in. Right in here. If I can get the camera on it. Most brake pads come with new ones, but this one doesn't have them. This kit doesn't have it. Clean those up with a wire brush, and then we're going to take these out, the sliders, and just clean the old grease off and put some new grease on. There we go. Now we'll put the caliper bracket back on. I really should have turned the wheels. Whatever, done is done. Have I'm kind of racing the clock here because the guy brought it. The guy brought me this truck to do, and it was like 12:30 when I started working on this, and it gets dark here at like 4:30 now, this time of year. So I really want to be done. before it gets dark. And with how everything was so tight and seized, like the wheel and the caliper or the rotor, it took an extra time. Got my torque wrench, put it on my ratchet here. Because it was stuck on the hub, and this was hard to get off. I had to hammer it really hard. I went around and sprayed all the other ones with this before I start working on them. So
I'm gonna go with Henry.
Yep. We're just lubing up the edges of the brake pads where they slide. Bye. Okay, now it's time to put the caliper back on, but I gotta get my tool to push the piston back in. I'll show you how to do that. So what this is it's a steering wheel puller from Princess Auto that I bought many years ago when I had to change the ignition switch on my GMC pickup. Damn, I missed that truck. I'll post a picture of it. I don't have it anymore, but I wish I still had it. So you just take your caliper, and this goes in here like this. Okay, and what you do is you use the old brake pad, and that will give you enough leverage to push the piston back in. And as you can see, these pistons are now pushed back in, and this should slide right back over top of your new thicker brake pads. But I'm going to put a little bit of lube on the brake pads and on here. Just a tiny bit, just so no squeaks or anything. And you take your 13mm bolts we took out earlier and put them back in. And this side is now done. I just gotta do the other front and the rear. So Make sure it moves freely like this. Yeah, I'll put the tire back on and I'll go to the other side. All right, guys, working out on this 2020 F150 again, doing the rear brakes. I got the vehicle in park brake maintenance mode because it's the electronic parking brake. And so I already did it, but I didn't get it on camera. Anyways, you turn the key to the on position. Okay. Put your foot all the way down on the accelerator and push the button in. Turn the key off, and then within 5 seconds, turn the key back on. Don't start it, just put it in accessory mode. And then you hold it, and then it comes up. That little yellow light on the dash comes up. You can actually hear the motor on the parking brake, and it comes up parking brake maintenance mode. That's how you do it. So we got the parking brake in maintenance mode. We're going to take off the caliper bolts here. It's a 13 millimeter. Okay, on each one. And here you don't have to take off the bracket to take the rotor off, which is good. But these rotors look like they're welded onto the... That's how much corrosion's on this. This is going to be fun to get off. Okay, let's try to get this going.
I've been too busy to bring it in.
Probably. Oh. There we go. You just have to get a wrench or pliers or something to hold this from spinning. Put that up out of the way. I'm going to need a flathead screwdriver to get these pads out. I have a feeling this rotor is going to be a bitch to get off. So if you're watching, this is actually a couple days later. Look at this. There's nothing left of that pad. The guy bought the rotors that he brought the first time. This is all going to be one video, so it's going to be instant for you guys, but it's like 3 or 4 days later because he had to exchange the rotors because he thought he had the manual parking brake, but he actually has the electronic parking brake. So he had to take the rotors back and get the ones. They're different. The manual parking brake ones are a lot thicker here because the parking brake is inside. It's almost like a drum on the inside. Anywho, let's see if we can get this rotor off. I'm going to check the rotors and stuff, make sure you got the right ones first. Again. Those look like the right ones. This is going to be fun trying to get this rotor off. Let's see if this axe will help. It's like welded itself on there. Look at this corrosion. That was tight on there. Look at that hub. I'm going to chip some more of this corrosion off and wire brush it, I think. Like, look at this. I don't know if it's going to... It's just coming off in chunks. That is crazy. This truck's only 4 years old. I mean, my Chevy was a 2017. This truck's a 2020. My Chevy was nowhere nearly this bad, this corroded. That was really hard on there. All right, I'm gonna wire brush this up. Probably take these off and re-grease them. They move. They still move really well. You can tell, like this was metal on metal for a while. Look at that. And then this one here was just grinding into the rotor. So he waited way too long to get these pads changed. That's all like metal. It's rusting because it's metal. Like, yeah, that's pretty bad. You know, when your car starts making noise, probably best to get it checked before you drive another 20,000 kilometers on it. Do you see a wire brush on the drill maybe? And there should be a handheld one too. Normally these come with new hardware, but the guy didn't get the hardware kit, I guess. These clips, they normally have new ones, but this should work okay. Oh, that's really nasty. I've got the cleaned rotor. There we go. There. Now, take the slide pin out. See if it's, probably just wipe it off. We have a rag somewhere. Put some new grease on these slide pins. They're not rusty or anything, so the grease is doing it good. Okay, see how they move nice and free. Get their caliper. Can you close the door on the truck? Spent longer trying to get the damn wheels and tires off this because there were so seized on this hub. Now you get your perfectly calibrated torque wrench and just tighten these to 3 ugga-duggas. Remember, you got to hold this from spinning again. Again, this is not really a how-to video because I'm not a licensed mechanic. I'm just an idiot working in his driveway. So, you know, this could be a guide. You can learn what not to do by following me. This moves nice and free. Everything's tight. Done. On to the other side. Yep, good enough. All right, we're back. I'm going to spray some Go Loose juice in here. It probably won't have enough time to work if I can help it, but I'm going to just try and spin it a little bit. Maybe get it some heat by doing that. I don't know. I'm going to try everything I can. Okay, it's spinning now. Will it come out? Yeah! It's seized on there.
Oh,
Look at all the rust juice.
crazy, eh?
Look at that. Editing to do. Safety squints. Looks 10 times better. This here I actually got for $20 on Facebook Marketplace. Basically never been used. Yeah. No, I think it was like 20 bucks. So, yeah, not a bad deal. There. Smooths nice. Alright guys, so brakes are all done. I'm just going to put the tires on and I'll get back to you when I'm doing the oil change. Alright, so on these 2 points, again, the genius of the Ford engineers. They got a plastic oil pan. Plastic oil pan. And that yellow thing there. Yeah. That's the oil drain plug. You twist it and that's how the oil comes out. Oh, and when the oil comes out, they put this sway bar here and the oil hits that and it sprays all over the place. Excellent engineers over at Ford Motor Company. And this one looks like it's leaking. And this is a very, seeing as it's a plastic oil pan, can very easily break and crack. So I'm going to take a picture of this just to save my ass in case the guy complains about an oil leak. I haven't done the oil change yet. And it's already leaking here. So I'll get a picture of that quick. Or I'll just use the video as proof if he says anything. But anyway, let's make a mess of all over my driveway. Because this is going to spray everywhere when I take that oil drain plug out. I had to go get a new O-ring because I dropped that one. I don't have an O-ring kit, so I'm just going to go get an O-ring kit and whatever. It is what it is. So that just turns like that, right? And then wiggles out. Oh, okay. Yeah, see what I mean? Excellent. Excellent. And I bet you it's going to hit this and start spraying. Maybe not. Alright, so that's how you... Alright guys, thanks for watching. I didn't record a proper outro video to this or whatever, but I'm just sitting here in the basement editing it. And this will have to do. I'm sorry about the camera angles again. Still working on that. I think I'm gonna get a new tripod because it's you know, buying the cheapest one you can get on Amazon kind of sucks. So anyways, thanks for watching.